Hey guys, welcome to another session with me. We are going to start right away because there wasn't much movements happen coming from, let's say, yesterday. Market is a little bit boring. We are seeing some movements, but nothing much, especially because we don't have any data like today. The only thing, like, we don't have any high impact news, anything that can change something, let's say 10 years auction bonds from US, but even that won't have any big impact. Definitely we are seeing some impact because of Trump and tariffs, but that's all. If we take a look at the dollar index, we fail to move higher. But at the end of the day, I still don't see anything here that we need to adjust that much. Because if moment guys, I don't see from the mic half of the screen. Like, this look more like some sort of ugly wedge. So at the end of the day, either this is still a wave 5 to complete this entire move, and then we are going to see a pullback, or we consider, as we used to consider this part as a complete cycle, and then look at this as a potential flat correction, and then see a push higher. The only thing that's different compared to yesterday can be the idea that I'm not interested at dollar index right now, just because market is not perfect. We are seeing some ugly move. We don't have any news catalyst to move us higher, so really wouldn't waste much of the time with the dollar index right now. Like, if you see a pullback, we can see what to do, but at this moment I'm just staying aside. The backup plan would be that we are in that summer period of time and that we completed that pullback and we are going to see a drop down. But for that to work out, we definitely need to crack at least this 618. So at least we need to crack 98 if you want to consider that part as a valid scenario. And if that's the case, in that case, we are just going to target equal X and this low at 97.11. The similar story we have in the Euro USD, maybe here it's slightly different just because you can fit some ugly sort of a triangle here. Call this a triangle 4, pullback in 5, and from there look for pullbacks. So again, looking for a nice 3-leg move and then a push higher. In terms of trading, it's similar, like only if you see some decent confirmation, a smaller time frame. And when I say a confirmation, what I mean is I want to see this. Like if you see a 5 move, then you can look for a sell. And if that's true, let's say if you see a 5-leg move today below 150.70, you can start thinking about a sell place and use that current high of the day at 116.15 as your potential invalidation point. Everything else is just going to be too much. Because selling right now, you can't be sure that this is going to complete the move. At this moment, you don't know that. And you would need to use some previous highs as your stop, and you can't create good enough risk reward. In terms of a target, just focus on that 50% of that entire move, and it's all that you need to do. Also, similar story, we are considering this as a running triangle. Nothing's major changed here. We may see more bullish movements, but the pullback plays is the only thing that can work because it's sideways. Like a small position can work out, but small. If you go on the smaller time frame, so in a smaller time frame, you can identify a 5-leg move. So after a 5-leg move, if you get a 3-wave move pullback, you can take some long position while using that starting point at 132.81 as your stop. That's something that can work. But you need a 3-leg move. Keep that in mind. If you don't see a 3-leg move, it's a waste of time. Yeah, sorry, this was pound. So Aussie, same story. We got it, like we got the triangle moving higher, but here we seen that move higher to the 4-hour time frame. But we are looking here at a larger picture. We're considering this move. So here to here as a complete. So we are looking and expecting push down. We have a 3 legs here. So for me here, we can start thinking, planning something. Draw a simple channel line. Simple channel line. We want to use that lower channel trend line as our early confirmation that this 3-leg move is over, and then use the current high of a day as our invalidation point. This is the easiest way how you can approach this. You can approach this with the idea, this being ABC, wait for the 50%, start small positions from there, and you can use that 1618 that come at 65.57 as your invalidation, and try that. Let's see. Like only towards the next low, you get more than 1 to 2 risk reward. So smaller position can be fine here. I prefer waiting, but whatever you guys take. If you like this idea, you can try it. Dollar CAD also, we never reached that push higher, so you need to consider all this as a complete move, looking for a push down, equal legs, nothing special. I really don't want to trade this right now. I really don't want to trade this right now. At least not towards the downside. Definitely, we have seen a bad data coming from the US over the last week. Like I can't say we didn't see. But in general, like if you look from economic point of view, all the countries in the world are in bullshit. Like there is no real economy anywhere. So I can't just rely on that fundamental picture, especially when you consider that in US you have Trump. Like you have a man that can change everything. Some people say he's crazy. I don't think he's crazy. I really believe that this one of the people that done more to the economy than anyone else. Maybe his methods are unusual, but in general, the impact was great. So let's see, but I would skip the dollar CAD for now. I don't like the feel of the formation, So I don't want to overforce anything. Dollar yen, on the other hand, done more or less what we want. Not perfect, but yesterday we had like this. We done a 3-leg move, made a new high. We are seeing a recovery now. If you zoom in a little bit, if you zoom in here and you start counting, you can easily count a 5-leg still here. Followed by what? Followed by A, B, C. So maybe a short term. Let me change the degree here. Matches. For me, short term, I would be bearish. But I prefer the same scenario we talked yesterday and on Monday. That we see a decent 3-leg move, you can use that 50 of the entire move, and from there try to look for a potential long place. For me, that's a better option at the moment. But I'm not going to say to anyone that if you believe that this is the count to go, and you believe that US is weaker, is going to be weaker today and tomorrow, that you should not try to think about looking for a sell on that B pullback for the C leg. Just make sure, if that's the case, that you keep a track on 147.30, that end of the wave 4, that offered a nice support yesterday, and that 50%. That's the only two levels that you want to focus right now. Korean can move higher. I didn't like it for a while. I'm still not that keen on trying because the formation is not that clean. Like, it's not clean. Definitely short term, I expect a little bit of a weaker market momentum here. At least a recovery back to 170.62. I really don't see a good game plan here. So for me, I want to skip this as much as that's possible, since I don't believe in any move from here. Because we made the pullback here, we made the push down here and here. So we don't have a clear direction. Either I want to see a new lower low or a new high before I start thinking about the place. Like, you can force something always, but I prefer, like, if I need to force something, especially for today, I would rather force that dollar yen compared to the euro yen. Also, gold. Still the same game plan, still looks perfect. A clean looking structure. Definitely expecting a pullback. Even thinking about the sell, to be honest. Some day trades if everything goes as planned. When I say everything, when everything goes as planned, I mean that from here I want to see a small 5-leg move, pullback, and I'm looking for a place towards that 50% ideal for me. Also for the sell, I would love to see that crack below 3,350. Definitely, that would be ideal scenario. Now pullback, looking for the place to 50, fine. But I believe that really soon we are going to have that nice long positions opportunity for us. So for me, a swing from swing point of view, buying that wave 2 is going to be the best option. But as a day trade, you can look for a sell easily. Silver, still not my favorite pair. Nothing special. We created new highs, made the pullback, but nothing special. I can't take a trade here. Really can't. Crypto is interesting. I want to see how that's going to go today because I believe, like, we tried it. Like, we moved higher. We wanted to see a three-leg move. We got A, B, and C. Let me mark it down so it's easier for you guys to get that part. A, B, and C. Then we crack this part. So while this low hold at 112, 655, we can think about the potential place. You can wait for breakouts, whatever you want. However you want to do, just make sure it's to try small. But for me, I believe that that small try can be worth it. Just because at the end of the day, we want to target the new highs. So risk reward can be more than good. Like more than good. Ethereum is more bearish than bullish if you ask me. I'm still hoping for that further push lower from here. Let's go on the smaller time frame. What do you have? 3, 4, 5. With the 4 as a triangle. Then from there, what do you have? A, B, C. Nothing else. And if that's true, we should see what next. The ideal scenario would be to see another 5-leg move towards the downside. It's really the only thing I have here. I'm still not trading this. But if I need to be picky and if I need to do the count, it's bearish. At least the short term, it's bearish. And we could easily see it drop to 3,500 or lower levels. Nasdaq can be good today. We'll see if this can hold. I really believe that everything above 2325 can move us higher, at least to here to 23,300 and higher levels. So definitely as a day trader, you can start planning your place in Nasdaq after market opens. It's going to open in, let's say, 12 minutes. No news, guys, so don't expect anything crazy from this or any other market. DAX was on my watch list all morning. It took some small play towards the downside. I took this flag formation short. And that's all that I took, to be honest. And we are still considering this as a potential larger triangle where we are in the wave B. The ideal scenario for the end of the wave B can be here 23,712 to 23,636. So from there, buy. But that's again during the UK sessions only. But it's following the plan. So while market is following the plan, I want to take the action. We can't be right at every single pair that we analyze. But if we find something that's working out right now, we want to take that into our advantage. And we are seeing the nice movements in indices. For example, we are seeing some nice movements in commodities lately. So if you need to pick something that's moving, definitely indices and commodities will be my pick for this week. Gold, definitely easy to follow. Crypto can again be easy to follow. Nasdaq for US session, fine. From currency market, not that much options right now, but let's say dollar yen can work out. Pound, oh sorry guys, Aussie can be that option to focus on. Maybe pound, but no. Like, I want to be picky and selective, so Aussie, dollar yen, the only two pairs that I want to focus right now. And I believe that we have plenty of options, even if we count this small amount of, so 2 currency pairs, 1 commodity, 1 crypto, 2 indices. Like, we have plenty of options to focus and track during this US session. Nothing special. Yes, I got a message like how to download the book. Like, guys, the book, because someone referred to my Elliott Wave Black book, that's something that I wrote a long time ago, and everything is online. Just type elliottwaveblackbook.com, and if you need to learn about Elliott Wave, it's there. You don't need to register or do anything. It's there. All that you need to do is just read it. If you want to learn something, do it from there. Like I said, news, nothing. Tomorrow we are going to have news. We have the interest rate from UK. This is the only thing that we have for this week. We're going to see about the session for tomorrow, guys. I'm feeling really tired. Like, I can't wake up all day long. Maybe we'll skip tomorrow's session, but I'll let you guys know in advance about that. I hope you enjoyed this session. Have the great rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you all either tomorrow or on Friday. Take care, guys.